greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
In 1986, a billionaire stood in front of a business school and said, "Greed is healthy." The audience cheered. 5 months later, he was handcuffed. But here is the twist. He wasn't arrested just for being greedy. He was arrested because he forgot one tiny rule about a Swiss bank account. And that mistake? It almost destroyed the entire New York Stock Exchange. To understand how four men nearly broke Wall Street, you have to go back to a time when trading stocks was painfully slow. The 1970s were boring. Really boring. Trades were written by hand. When too many people bought stocks, brokers lost track of who owned what. The New York Stock Exchange had to close every Wednesday just so workers could catch up. Then came the computers. In 1971, the NASDAQ launched. Trading got faster. But fast trading meant big risk, and one young man named Ivan Boesky saw an opportunity. Boesky was not a genius. His first trade lost $20,000. He got fired. His next firm collapsed. But he found a tiny corner of finance called risk arbitrage. Here is what that means. Risk arbitrage is guessing which deals will actually happen. Legally, you buy after the announcement, but the price is high. Illegally, you buy before, using secret information. Boesky chose the illegal route. Ivan Boesky needed secrets, and secrets lived inside one firm, Drexel Burnham Lambert. That is where Michael Milken worked. If Boesky was the face of greed, Milken was the brain. He invented the junk bond. Here is the simple version. Normal bonds are safe. You lend to a good company. They pay you back. Junk bonds are risky. You lend to a broken company. If they fix themselves, you get rich. If they fail, you lose everything. Milken realized he could sell junk bonds to fund hostile takeovers. Here is how it worked. A corporate raider like T. Boone Pickens would target a massive oil company. Pickens was tiny. He did not have the cash. But Milken sold junk bonds for him. Suddenly, Pickens had billions. He walked into the giant company and said, "Sell to me or I will fire all of you." Most companies paid the raiders to leave. Phillips Petroleum paid Pickens $90 million. Carl Icahn got $52 million. But Dennis Levine said no. Levine was an investment banker. He sat in meetings where billion-dollar deals were planned. He knew which companies were about to be bought. He started selling that information to Ivan Boesky. Boesky paid Levine in cash, 3 suitcases, $750,000. But Levine got greedy. He opened a secret Swiss bank account under a fake name. He traded for himself. He made $11 million. Then he made the fatal mistake. He told his friends at the bank. Dennis Levine thought he was untouchable. He opened his secret account at Bank Lou, headquarters in Switzerland, paperwork in the Bahamas. Swiss banks have secrecy laws. The Bahamas had a law that said, "We do not share with American regulators." Levine used a fake name. He traded millions. He thought nobody would ever know. But here is where the dominoes fell. Low-level Bank Lou employees noticed Levine's trades. They saw him making money on every deal. They got jealous, so they copied him. They traded through a broker at Merrill Lynch. That broker got greedy. He told 2 colleagues. Soon, a whole group was illegally trading based on Levine's secrets. Merrill Lynch caught them. The bank's software flagged the trades. Too many coincidences. Too much profit. Merrill Lynch reported it to the SEC. Now the SEC had a problem. They saw the trades. They traced them to Bank Lou. But Bank Lou refused to talk. Swiss secrecy. Bahamian laws. The SEC was stuck. Until one man got on an airplane. Bank Lou sent their manager to New York. The moment his feet touched American soil, SEC investigators were waiting at the gate. He could talk or go to jail. He talked. The name Bank Lou gave to the SEC was Dennis Levine. On May 12, 1986, Levine was arrested. The SEC sued him. The FBI handcuffed him. And Ivan Boesky pretended nothing happened. 6 days after Levine was caught, Ivan Boesky walked onto a stage at UC Berkeley. He spoke to business school graduates. He said greed was healthy. He said you could be greedy and still feel good about yourself. Here is the irony. Levine's lawyers made a deal. "We will tell you everything. Go easy on us." They gave up Boesky. The SEC sent subpoenas. Boesky panicked. He hired lawyers. Then he made a choice that shocked everyone. He agreed to wear a wire. Boesky would go free on one condition. He had to help catch Michael Milken. For months, Boesky recorded phone calls. He asked careful questions. He got confessions on tape. Meanwhile, Milken had no idea. He was still selling junk bonds, making billions. He thought he was untouchable. In September 1986, Boesky settled with the SEC. He paid $100 million, the largest fine in history. The public thought he got off easy. But behind the scenes, Boesky had already pleaded guilty to a felony, and he was waiting to testify. December 1987. Two things happened in the same 7 days. First, the movie Wall Street
Premiered.
Second, Ivan Boesky was sentenced to federal prison. The judge gave Boesky 3 years. He served 22 months. But the government did not want Boesky. They wanted Michael Milken. It took 2 more years. In 1989, a grand jury indicted Milken on 98 counts. Insider trading, tax evasion, racketeering, mail fraud, stock manipulation, 98 separate crimes. Milken fought hard. He hired the best lawyers. But the tapes from Boesky's wire were too damaging. In April 1990, Milken pleaded guilty to 6 counts, sentenced to 10 years. But here is the part that will make you angry. Milken only served 22 months. Same as Boesky, 10 years became 2. He paid $600 million in fines. Then he walked free. He is still alive today. Ivan Boesky died last year. He was 87. He left prison, faded into silence, and never returned to Wall Street. But here is the question the movies never answer. Boesky wore a wire to catch Milken. Milken took a plea deal to avoid trial. Levine sold out Boesky to save himself. They all betrayed each other. And yet, the system that created them, it never changed.